The ocean, a vast and complex ecosystem, is home to countless species and a key player in regulating our planet's climate. But beneath the surface, the tides are shifting. Climate change is transforming the marine world at an alarming rate. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, are some of the most biodiverse ecosystems on Earth. Yet, they are also among the most vulnerable to climate change. Coral reefs, often referred to as the rainforest of the ocean, are vital ecosystems teeming with life. They provide shelter for countless marine species and serve as a barrier protecting coastlines from erosion. However, the beauty and functionality of coral reefs are under threat due to climate change and rising sea temperatures. This phenomenon leads to coral bleaching, a distress signal from these underwater organisms, which signals their struggle to survive in a rapidly changing environment. When ocean temperatures rise even slightly above normal, corals react with alarming urgency. The algae, known as zooxanthellae, residing within their tissues are crucial for their survival. These tiny powerhouses perform photosynthesis, providing energy and nutrients to the corals. But as the waters warm, these essential algae are expelled, leaving the corals stripped of color and vitality. This process manifests visibly as the coral turns stark white, a phenomenon known as bleaching. It's a breathtaking sight, but also a catastrophic sign of distress. The impact of coral bleaching extends beyond aesthetics. It triggers a series of life-threatening events for the corals. Without their symbiotic algae, the corals face a severe food shortage and become increasingly vulnerable to disease. The once vibrant reefs, bustling with life, start to decline, resulting in loss of habitat for numerous marine species reliant on corals for shelter and sustenance. Consequently, entire ecosystems suffer from this cascading effect, highlighting the interconnectedness of ocean life. Efforts to counteract coral bleaching are underway globally, with marine biologists, environmentalists, and conservationists advocating for immediate action. Proactive measures can include establishing marine protected areas and restoring damaged reefs. Public awareness campaigns aim to elevate the conversation around climate change, encouraging reduced carbon footprints and sustainable practices that can mitigate further damage. By uniting scientific research with community involvement, these efforts can foster resilience in coral ecosystems and enhance their chances of recovery. Ultimately, coral reefs are indicators of the ocean's health, and their fate is intertwined with the well-being of our planet. Protecting them requires understanding and collective responsibility. As stewards of the marine environment, we must embrace sustainable choices and advocate for policies that address climate change. By safeguarding these precious ecosystems, we ensure a thriving underwater world for generations to come, preserving the rich biodiversity that coral reefs support. The Great Barrier Reef, once a thriving underwater metropolis, is now experiencing mass bleaching events, threatening not only the corals themselves but also the marine life that depends on them. At the poles, the effects of climate change are perhaps most stark. The Arctic and Antarctic are warming at twice the global average, and the ice that once defined these regions is melting at unprecedented rates. Recent studies highlight a significant decline in the extent and thickness of polar ice, a change that is alarming not just for the environment, but also for the myriad of species dependent on these frozen landscapes. Within just a few decades, the Earth's polar regions have undergone a transformation that is reshaping ecosystems and altering habitat conditions crucial for survival. The diminishing ice acts like an umbrella, protecting marine life from the extreme conditions of solar radiation and warmer temperatures. As the ice retreats, not only are the species that thrive in these habitats affected, but the entire food web is destabilized. For example, creatures such as polar bears and seals rely heavily on sea ice for hunting and breeding. Without these icy platforms, they face dire challenges in finding food and raising their young, leading to dwindling populations. Moreover, the loss of ice contributes directly to rising sea levels, which poses additional threats to coastal regions across the globe. The water that was once held in frozen form is now flowing into the oceans, raising levels and threatening coastal habitats. This rise leads to more flooding, erosion, and saltwater intrusion, affecting both human populations and local wildlife. As warmer waters expand, species that once thrived in cold, stable environments may struggle to adapt to quickly changing temperatures and altered salinity. The repercussions extend beyond polar bears and seals. They ripple through ecosystems and human societies alike. Species reliant on icy waters, like certain fish and crustaceans, face shifting migration patterns which can disrupt fishing industries and lead to economic challenges. In turn, indigenous communities that depend on these resources for their livelihoods are left vulnerable as their traditional ways of life become unsustainable. In conclusion, the dramatic reduction of polar ice is not merely an environmental issue confined to the polar regions. It is a global concern with complex implications that affect various facets of life. Urgent action and commitment to climate change mitigation are necessary to preserve these critical habitats. Protecting polar regions equates to protecting resilient ecosystems and ensuring a sustainable future for species and human communities reliant on the health of these environments. Every degree matters, and every action counts to stem this tide. For creatures like polar bears and penguins, the shrinking ice caps mean shrinking habitats. As the ice retreats, they are forced to travel further in search of food, putting immense stress on their populations. Marine species are on the move. Climate change is altering ocean currents, temperatures, and ecosystems, forcing marine animals to adapt or relocate. From fish to whales, species that once thrived in certain regions are now migrating in search of more suitable habitats. As ocean temperatures rise, a disturbing trend is emerging. Species are migrating towards cooler waters. This shift doesn't merely reflect a change in habitat, it threatens the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. With every passing year, fish populations that once thrived in familiar territories are making long journeys to cooler regions. This migration alters the landscape of the ocean, resulting in some areas becoming overpopulated with new arrivals, while others fade into solitude, their former vibrancy dwindling into ghostly echoes of the past. The overpopulation of specific species creates intense competition for resources in their new environments. Native populations may struggle to adapt to the influx, facing a scarcity of food, habitat, and breeding areas. Imagine schools of fish crowding together, competing for prey, while corals and seagrasses suffocate under the weight of too many grazers. The once thriving underwater landscape, teeming with diverse life, is now under siege, as the balance that allowed various species to coexist crumbles before our eyes. Ultimately, the health of marine ecosystems hangs in the balance as species scramble for survival in altered environments. The ramifications extend beyond ecology and into the livelihoods of communities that depend on the sea. Local fishing industries are deeply intertwined with the behaviors of marine species. The sudden influx of new species could mean a decline in traditionally fished stocks, leaving fishermen in an uncertain predicament. The specter of barren waters looms for communities that have relied on stable catches for generations. A decline in catches could devastate local economies, transforming vibrant fishing towns into shadows of their former selves. Meanwhile, fishermen adapt to new species they're unfamiliar with, facing new challenges without the necessary knowledge or equipment to effectively target these changing populations. In conclusion, the migration of marine species to cooler waters signifies a profound shift in our oceans, one that brings with it a cascade of environmental and socio-economic consequences. With every species that alters its path, the intricate web of ocean life teeters on the edge. If we do not take these developments seriously, we risk eroding the richness of our seas and the vitality of coastal communities. It's time to illuminate these changes, galvanize efforts for conservation, and promote sustainability. Our oceans deserve nothing less than our utmost commitment to understanding and protecting their evolving ecosystems. Commercial fisheries are feeling the impact, with traditional fishing grounds becoming less reliable, leading to economic strain on communities that depend on these resources. While temperature and ice loss often take center stage, there is another threat lurking beneath the waves: ocean acidification. As the oceans absorb more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, the water becomes more acidic, threatening species with calcium carbonate shells such as mollusks, corals, and plankton. Imagine a world beneath the waves where tiny organisms sway in the currents, forming the very foundation of marine life. Plankton, often overlooked, are vital players in the ocean's complex food web. As marine ecologists emphasize, without healthy plankton populations, the entire marine food chain is at risk of unraveling, affecting species from the smallest fish to the largest predators. Delve deeper into the ocean, and one begins to see how plankton serve as a critical source of food for countless marine species. Phytoplankton, the microscopic plants, use sunlight to produce energy through photosynthesis, while zooplankton, the tiny animals that drift in the water, feed on them. This intricate relationship is essential not only for the survival of small fish and crustaceans, but also plays a pivotal role in supporting larger species, including marine mammals and birds, creating a rich tapestry of life reliant on these tiny organisms. However, the health of plankton populations is increasingly jeopardized by the insidious threat of ocean acidification. This phenomenon, primarily driven by rising carbon dioxide levels, alters the chemistry of seawater. As the ocean absorbs excess CO2, the water becomes more acidic, disrupting the delicate balance that plankton need to thrive. Marine ecologists warn that this disruption can have a cascading effect, influencing the growth rates of phytoplankton and the development of zooplankton. When plankton populations dwindle, the impacts ripple throughout the marine ecosystem. Fish populations that rely on abundant plankton for nourishment will find themselves in peril, leading to reduced fish stocks and threatening the livelihoods of fishing communities globally. Moreover, larger predators, including sharks and whales, face food scarcity, potentially leading to their decline and altering the entire oceanic balance. The urgency of this situation cannot be overstated. Protecting plankton populations is essential for maintaining the health of oceans and, ultimately, the planet. This can be achieved through initiatives aimed at reducing carbon emissions and mitigating climate change. Cultivating awareness about the importance of these tiny creatures can inspire collective action to support ocean health, ensuring that the marine food chain remains robust for generations to come. In conclusion, the fate of marine ecosystems hinges on the survival of plankton. When we understand their critical role, we can better appreciate the interconnectedness of ocean life. By taking steps to combat ocean acidification, we can safeguard these vital organisms and, in doing so, protect the diverse richness of marine life that flourishes beneath the ocean's surface. Despite the immense challenges, there is hope. Around the world, scientists, conservationists, and communities are coming together to protect marine life and mitigate the effects of climate change. Coral reefs, often referred to as the rainforests of the sea, are vibrant ecosystems teeming with life. However, these underwater jungles face unprecedented threats from climate change, pollution, and overfishing. Conservationists recognize the urgency of this situation and are taking decisive steps to restore these critical habitats. The process of restoring coral reefs is akin to planting a forest. It requires patience, innovation, and a deep understanding of marine biology. Through coral gardening and innovative techniques like artificial reefs, communities are beginning to witness the revival of coral populations, transforming barren landscapes into bustling marine cities filled with color and diversity. Creating marine protected areas, MPAs, is another crucial strategy in the fight for ocean conservation. These MPAs serve as safe havens where marine life can thrive without the stressors of fishing and industrial activities. Picture a vibrant sanctuary where fish populations explode and marine plants flourish. It is within these protected zones that the ecosystem can recover and regenerate, providing vital resources for future generations. Activists rally for the establishment of more MPAs, recognizing them as powerful tools in safeguarding biodiversity and securing the health of our oceans. Each designated area represents a commitment to preserving nature's beauty and complexity. However, restoration efforts cannot solely rely on localized projects. The global challenge of climate change looms large, prompting conservationists to advocate for significant reductions in carbon emissions. Envision a world where renewable energy sources outshine fossil fuels, drastically lowering pollution levels. This collective action is not easily achieved, yet the ocean's resilience gives hope. Nature has an incredible ability to bounce back when given the chance. By limiting greenhouse gas emissions, we not only protect coral reefs and marine habitats, but also each feature of our interconnected global environment. On the horizon lies the promise of rejuvenated oceans where generations to come can marvel at the wonders of marine life. In conclusion, the journey towards ocean recovery is indeed an uphill battle. Yet the remarkable resilience of our marine ecosystems inspires determination and innovation. Through restoration of coral reefs, establishment of marine protected areas, and active engagement in reducing carbon emissions, conservationists are cultivating a future where ocean health reigns supreme. Each small effort compounds into monumental change, forming a legacy of stewardship for the seas. As we continue this vital work, we beckon all to join in. Our oceans, with their boundless mysteries and invaluable resources, deserve our commitment and action. Together, we can ensure they thrive for generations to come. Efforts to restore coral reefs, protect critical habitats, and reduce pollution are showing promise. But the battle to save our oceans is one that requires global cooperation and swift action. The ocean is more than a place of beauty. It is a life support system for the entire planet. As the tides of change continue to rise, we must act now to protect the fragile ecosystems that lie beneath the surface. The future of ocean life, and our own, depends on it. What can you do to make a difference? Simple actions like reducing plastic waste, supporting sustainable seafood, and advocating for climate action can help turn the tide in favor of our oceans. Together, we can ensure a future where marine life thrives once again.
The animal kingdom is full of surprises. Hidden beneath the surface of nature's beauty lies a complex web of relationships. In this world of constant survival, some species have formed unexpected alliances, relying on each other in ways that often seem improbable. These partnerships are called symbiosis, where two organisms live in close association, often to their mutual benefit. Perhaps one of the best-known examples of symbiosis is the relationship between the clownfish and the sea anemone. At first glance, it may seem one-sided, with the clownfish gaining protection from predators by hiding within the anemone's toxic tentacles. But this partnership is far more balanced than it appears. In return for the anemone's protection, the clownfish keeps its host clean by removing parasites and debris. The clownfish's movements also help circulate water around the anemone, providing it with better access to nutrients. A perfect example of mutual benefit, where both species thrive because of their bond. Far from the coral reefs, in the savannas of Africa, another unique partnership unfolds. The oxpecker bird and the rhinoceros seem like an unlikely duo, yet their relationship is essential for their survival. The oxpecker feeds on parasites that infest the rhino's thick skin, ticks, flies, and other insects that would otherwise irritate and potentially harm the rhino. In return, the rhino provides the oxpecker with a reliable food source and a safe perch from which to survey the land. But there's more to this partnership. The oxpecker also acts as a sentry, alerting the rhino to potential danger with its sharp calls, a crucial warning in the unpredictable wild. In the vast expanse of the ocean, another intriguing relationship exists between pilotfish and sharks. Unlike the mutualistic relationships we've seen, this is an example of commensalism, where one species benefits while the other is neither helped nor harmed. Pilotfish swim in close proximity to sharks, feeding on leftovers from their powerful host's meals. The shark, with its unmatched predatory abilities, attracts food, while the pilot fish cleans up the scraps, ensuring nothing is wasted. The shark remains indifferent to the pilot fish's presence, continuing its dominance over the ocean's food chain. Not all symbiotic relationships are equal. In some cases, one species benefits at the expense of the other. This type of relationship is known as parasitism. The mistletoe plant, often seen as a symbol of peace during the holidays, plays a different role in nature. Mistletoe attaches itself to trees, draining them of water and nutrients. Though it may seem harmless, over time, the mistletoe can weaken and even kill its host, making this a deadly example of a one-sided symbiotic relationship. Symbiotic relationships can vary in their level of dependence. In some cases, species are so reliant on each other that they cannot survive without their partner. This is known as obligate symbiosis. Consider the relationship between leafcutter ants and the fungus they cultivate. The ants harvest leaves not for food, but as a substrate to grow the fungus they rely on for nourishment. In return, the fungus depends entirely on the ants for its cultivation and survival. In contrast, facultative symbiosis describes relationships where species benefit from each other but can survive independently. Take the example of bees and flowers. While flowers rely on bees for pollination, both species can thrive even if their paths do not cross. Symbiotic relationships have evolved over millions of years, shaping the way species interact with their environment and each other. These partnerships are not just random occurrences. They are the result of long-term coevolution, where species have adapted in response to one another's needs, whether driven by mutual benefit or survival needs. These relationships demonstrate the intricate balance of nature. Symbiosis is not just about survival. It's about thriving together in a complex, interconnected world. In every corner of the natural world, we find species working together in surprising ways. From the tiny clownfish and sea anemone to the towering rhino and its vigilant oxpecker, these partnerships reveal the beauty and complexity of life on Earth. In a world where survival often means competition, it is these unlikely partnerships that remind us of the power
In the
of
vibrant
cooperation.
tapestry of the animal kingdom,
Symbiosis,
hidden
a
alliances
remarkable
unfold
testament
like the
to
petals of a
nature's
blossoming
ingenuity
flower.
and resilience.
Each partnership tells a unique story of survival, painted against the backdrop of nature's relentless competition. Amongst the densely layered foliage, tiny creatures and magnificent beasts weave intricate connections that defy our expectations and showcase the beauty of cooperation. Each day in the wild echoes with the sounds of interaction, as different species engage in their delicate dance of mutual benefit. A striking example is found in the interaction between clownfish and sea anemones. The brightly colored clownfish seeks shelter within the anemone's stinging tentacles, warding off potential predators while simultaneously providing the anemone with nutrients through its waste. This relationship exemplifies the art of survival. Two species thriving together while bound by nature's intricate design. Not all partnerships are born from necessity. Some arise from chance encounters that evolve over time. The oxpecker, a small bird renowned for its vibrant plumage, finds its home on the back of large mammals like rhinos and buffalo. In this peculiar alliance, the oxpecker feasts on ticks and parasites that infest the skin of its host. As the bird nibbles, it serves as a natural pest control agent, keeping its companion healthy while securing a steady meal for itself. Such connections remind us that in the realm of life, chances often cultivate unforeseen benefits. Within the depths of the ocean, the partnership between cleaner shrimp and larger fish reveals yet another facet of symbiosis. The shrimp sets up cleaning stations where fish willingly approach to receive a thorough cleanse of parasites and dead skin. This exchange not only boosts the fish's health, but also ensures a continuous food supply for the shrimp, highlighting the pivotal role of trust in nature's grand design. As we witness these enthralling alliances, we are reminded of nature's profound wisdom. Symbiosis challenges our perceptions of competition, as it unveils a world where cohabitation thrives amidst the harshest environments. It invites us to explore deeper into the relationships that sustain life, unveiling the intricacies that lie just below the surface. Ultimately, the animal kingdom is a masterpiece of intertwining narratives, an invitation to marvel at the unexpected bonds that unite each creature, revealing the harmony inherent in nature's design. In the vibrant underwater world, the relationship between clownfish and sea anemones is one of nature's exquisite forms of symbiosis. This partnership, rich in mutual benefits, challenges the notion that one party in a relationship may dominate the other. Far from a simple tale of predator and prey, this bond is a nuanced dance of survival and care. The clownfish, with its bright orange hue and striking white stripes, finds sanctuary in the anemone's stinging tentacles, a safe haven from predators lurking in the blue depths. Its body is immune to the anemone's venom, allowing it to frolic amidst the colorful structure with ease. Every dart and swirl of the clownfish draws attention to the anemone, attracting curious onlookers and providing an undeniable spectacle of life and color under the sea. While the anemone offers the clownfish shelter, it also benefits from this partnership. The clownfish plays a vital role in maintaining its host's health by removing debris and parasites that cling to the anemone, preventing infections and ensuring its vibrant polyps can thrive. Moreover, the clownfish's lively movements stir the water, enhancing circulation and allowing the anemone to absorb nutrients more effectively, further highlighting the delicate balance of their relationship. This mutualism goes beyond mere survival. It is a testament to how two different species can coexist in harmony. As the clownfish protects and cleans the anemone, it demonstrates a selfless component of their bond. This action reaffirms the idea that in nature, cooperation can yield significant rewards for both parties. The dynamic is a vivid reminder that relationships are often built on shared interests and the benefits each partner brings. In the sprawling savannas of Africa, a remarkable partnership thrives between an oxpecker bird and a rhinoceros. This alliance, seemingly improbable, blossoms in the golden grasslands, where two different species engage in a mutualistic relationship that showcases nature's ingenuity. Observing this duo, one can marvel at how the oxpecker clings effortlessly to the rugged skin of the rhino, darting in and out like a tiny acrobat, busily searching for unwelcome guests. The rhino, an imposing figure with its thick, protective skin, stands as a living landscape for the oxpecker. Ticks, flies, and various parasites find refuge on the rhino, eager to feast on its flesh and blood. Yet, in this precarious existence, the oxpecker emerges as the rhino's unsung hero. With its sharp beak, it diligently removes these irritants, providing relief to its colossal companion. The rhythm of their interaction unfolds like a well-rehearsed dance, underscoring the interconnectedness of life in the wild. Not only does the oxpecker serve as a vigilant parasite remover, but it also plays a pivotal role as the rhino's watchful protector. With keen senses, the bird keeps an eye on the surrounding wilderness, its calls piercing through the air as a warning when danger approaches. For the rhino, often oblivious to lurking threats, these alerts become essential lifelines. The combination of sustenance and security creates a bond that benefits both creatures, illustrating nature's exquisite balance and the art of survival. As they roam the savanna, this dynamic duo illustrates the beauty of symbiotic relationships. The rhythms of life here are not just about individual survival, but about the intricate webs connecting species. Their partnership highlights the importance of coexistence in the face of adversity and change. With every tick removed and each warning call, the oxpecker reiterates its vital role in the grand tapestry of nature. Here in the savannas far from coral reefs, where life unfolds in unexpected ways, we learn that even the most unlikely partnerships can be crucial for survival. In the expansive depths of the ocean, a captivating relationship unfolds between two species, pilotfish and sharks. This interaction stands as a testament to the wonders of marine life, illustrating a unique form of commensalism where one organism flourishes without impacting the other. Pilotfish, with their sleek bodies and vibrant scales, glide effortlessly alongside the fearsome sharks, navigating the water with a grace that belies the danger that lurks nearby. The pilotfish, clever in their scavenging behavior, capitalize on the predatory prowess of the shark. As the shark hunts, delivering powerful strikes to its prey, remnants of the meal scatter through the depths. The pilot fish, ever watchful, seize this opportunity, darting in to feast on the tantalizing leftovers. Their presence serves not only to clean up the ocean floor, but also highlights an extraordinary level of symbiosis, an elegant dance of survival where the pilot fish thrive in the shadow of their predator. For the shark, this relationship is notably indifferent. It continues to reign supreme over its marine domain, unconcerned with the small fish gliding beside it. The sheer dominance of the shark ensures a steady influx of food, while the pilot fish scavenge any morsels they can find. This dynamic showcases a fascinating aspect of nature. While the shark remains unbothered, the pilot fish benefit from the constant meals it unwittingly provides. Herein lies the beauty of commensalism. The pilot fish thrive on the edges of danger, their success woven intricately into the fabric of the shark's meal patterns. As the sun filters through the water's surface, creating shimmering patterns on the ocean floor, this relationship becomes one of survival in the vast ecosystem. The rhythm of life carries on as sharks maintain their position in the food chain, while pilot fish reap the rewards of their proximity to such formidable creatures. Together, they illustrate a harmony found in nature, one species exerting power, while the other tactfully takes advantage of opportunity. In this realm, the ocean thrives and life persists, beautifully interconnected yet distinctly individual. In the enchanting world of nature, symbiotic relationships reveal the intricate dance of survival. Not all relationships, however, are built on equality and mutual benefit. Some, like that of the notorious mistletoe plant, illustrate the darker side of cooperation: parasitism. While mistletoe is often romanticized as a symbol of peace and goodwill during holiday celebrations, lurking beneath its festive exterior lies a more sinister reality. Mistletoe has evolved to be both an opportunist and a resourceful survivor. Clinging to the branches of trees, it subtly wields its power, attaching itself with specialized structures called haustoria. These tiny root-like appendages penetrate the host's tissues, unlocking a pathway to siphon much-needed water and nutrients. The tree, once proud and flourishing, becomes a mere victim of this botanical thief, stripped of its vitality as the mistletoe flourishes. Over time, this parasitic relationship heralds a slow death for the trees. As their water and nutrient supply dwindles due to the relentless absorption by mistletoe, the once vibrant foliage begins to yield to the signs of stress. Leaves may turn yellow and drop prematurely, branches can die back, and the overall health of the tree deteriorates. This process is often gradual, making it easy to overlook the detriment until it's too late. The host tree, vulnerable and weakened, may struggle to survive, falling prey to further ailments and pests. But the cycle doesn't end with the decay of its host. Mistletoe thrives, producing sticky berries that attract birds, completing its reproductive cycle. These birds, blissfully unaware of the ecological imbalance, they help perpetuate, consume, and disseminate the seeds, paving the way for more mistletoe growth. Thus, the parasitic relationship perpetuates, leading to forests where mistletoe problems can spread unchecked, tarnishing the health of entire ecosystems. As mistletoe charmingly dangles from tree branches, the duality of its existence highlights nature's complex relationships. While it may adorn the landscape with its vibrant presence, it serves as a stark reminder of the unseen battles occurring in the natural world, where one species' gain is often another's demise. Understanding such dynamics not only sheds light on the resilience of nature's design, but also calls for awareness in how we perceive our environment, beyond mere aesthetics. Symbiotic relationships showcase the intricate web of interdependence in nature, illustrating how species can either thrive in union or exist independently while still benefiting from their connection. Among these relationships, obligate symbiosis emerges as a profound demonstration of reliance, where two species become so interlinked that survival hinges upon their partnership. A striking example of this is found in the relationship between leafcutter ants and the fungi they cultivate. These industrious ants transform the landscapes they inhabit, not for their own consumption, but to meticulously harvest leaves that serve as a substrate for their fungal farms. The leafcutter ants venture into forests, cutting and transporting leaf fragments back to their colonies, where they engage in a fascinating process of cultivation. The leaves, stripped of their nutritional value for the ants, provide the perfect environment for the fungus to flourish. In this mutualistic dance, the ants are entirely dependent on the fungus for nourishment, as it is the only food source that sustains them. Meanwhile, the fungi have no means of existence outside the colony they rely on for growth and propagation. They need the ants not just for sustenance, but for their very survival. This relationship exemplifies the delicate balance of life, where one cannot thrive without the other, showcasing the essence of obligate symbiosis. In contrast, facultative symbiosis presents a more flexible dynamic, allowing for interspecies benefits without the extreme dependence found in obligate partnerships. The relationship between bees and flowers stands as a fundamental example of this type of interaction. Flowers entice bees with vibrant colors and sweet nectar, and in return, bees assist in pollination, facilitating the reproduction of flowering plants. While bees significantly enhance the flowering plant's chances of reproduction, both parties can exist independently. This interdependent relationship illustrates a beneficial connection that does not dictate mutual survival, allowing each species to thrive on its own conditions and resources. In exploring these two types of symbiotic relationships, one gains insight into the diversity of interactions found within ecosystems. From the obligatory dependence of leafcutter ants and their cultivated fungi, to the advantageous yet independent bond between bees and flowers, nature showcases remarkable adaptations. Understanding these dynamics emphasizes the importance of cooperation in the animal kingdom and highlights the multifaceted nature of survival strategies across different species. Through the lens of symbiosis, one can appreciate the wonders of life's intricate connections, revealing that while some relationships are life-sustaining, others offer a joyful flourishing that celebrates diversity without constraint. In the tapestry of Earth's ecosystems, symbiotic relationships weave a profound narrative of survival and adaptation. Over millions of years, species have developed intricate partnerships, each one a testament to the power of evolution in shaping interactions that benefit both parties. The delicate dance of symbiosis can be seen in the vibrant coral reefs, where colorful fish and corals coalesce, providing shelter and nourishment to one another. A perfect example of mutualism at work, crafting an underwater paradise filled with life and color. Consider the captivating bond between the clownfish and the sea anemone. The clownfish, with its striking orange and white stripes, finds refuge among the stinging tentacles of the anemone, which offers protection from predators. In return, the clownfish cleans the anemone and provides it with nutrients. This relationship, refined through generations, exemplifies the beauty of evolutionary synergy, where each creature thrives within its habitat's complexities. Through such alliances, both species not only survive, but flourish, illustrating nature's resilience and ingenuity. Similarly, the mighty rhino and the vigilant oxpecker showcase another layer of this complex web. The oxpecker perches on the back of the rhino, feasting on ticks and parasites that threaten the rhino's health. In doing so, the oxpecker secures a steady meal while simultaneously aiding the rhino in navigating its environment. This dynamic duo highlights how interdependence fosters strength and sustainability within ecosystems, reminding us that the balance of life often hinges on these unexpected relationships. As we explore different habitats from lush rainforests to arid deserts, we uncover countless examples of symbiosis, each more astonishing than the last. These partnerships are not mere coincidences, but rather the result of millions of years of coevolution, where every interaction weaves more closely into the overarching story of life. Symbiosis reveals a world where beings do not merely exist side by side, they engage, reciprocate, and elevate one another's existence. It teaches us that thriving in a complex and interconnected world requires harmony and cooperation, echoing the call for unity in all of life's forms. In the vast tapestry of nature, survival is often viewed through the lens of competition. However, nestled within this fierce struggle are extraordinary examples of symbiosis, where diverse species forge remarkable partnerships that thrive against all odds. This cooperation not only showcases nature's ingenuity, but also serves as a profound reminder of interconnectedness. Imagine a vibrant coral reef where tiny cleaning shrimp diligently groom larger inhabitants, removing parasites and debris. In return for their services, these shrimp find protection in the nooks of the coral, forming a bond that benefits both parties immensely. Further up on land, the symbiosis between bees and flowers illustrates a beautiful dance of reciprocity. As bees flit from blossom to blossom, collecting nectar for their colony, they inadvertently pollinate the flowers, ensuring their reproduction. This harmonious relationship betokens nature's delicate balance. While the bees gain sustenance, the flowers thrive and proliferate. Such interdependence fosters biodiversity, sowing the seeds for an ecosystem that flourishes. Moreover, consider the interaction between certain fungi and tree roots. Mycorrhizal fungi connect with plants, extending their reach into the soil, accessing vital nutrients and water. In exchange, the trees provide sugars produced through photosynthesis. This alliance enhances the health of forests, allowing weaker trees to survive and grow alongside their stronger counterparts. It is in these cryptic alliances of fungi and trees that we see the resilience of life, drawing on the strengths of others for mutual benefit. Such partnerships offer critical lessons for human societies as well. In a world often driven by individual pursuits, the stories of symbiosis summon reflections on the importance of cooperation over mere competition. Just as species leverage their unique traits for collective survival, communities can harness their diversity to tackle complex challenges. From environmental conservation to social justice, the wisdom embedded in nature's partnerships urges us to acknowledge the power of working together toward common goals. In conclusion, symbiosis is a mesmerizing facet of life that encapsulates the essence of cooperation. It challenges the prevailing narrative of survival through competition, illustrating that resilience often blossoms from unlikely friendships. By embracing the spirit of symbiosis, both in nature and within our communities, we can cultivate a world that thrives on collaboration, recognizing that together, we are undeniably stronger.
High above the forest floor, in the dense, unexplored canopy of the rainforest, exists a world teeming with life, a world often forgotten and unseen by human eyes. Today, we journey into the towering green giants to uncover the hidden creatures and complex ecosystems that make their home in the canopy. The rainforest canopy is the upper layer of the forest, where the tops of trees form a dense green ceiling. This layer receives the most sunlight and is home to some of the richest biodiversity on Earth. With little light reaching the forest floor, the canopy is where most of the forest life resides. Plants, animals, and entire ecosystems living side by side, high in the sky. Above the canopy lies the emergent layer, where only the tallest trees break through the dense vegetation. These giants of the sky, such as the kapok tree, reach heights of over 200 feet. Here, predators like the powerful harpy eagle reign supreme. With a wingspan of up to 7 feet, the harpy eagle patrols the skies, hunting for monkeys and sloths in the treetops below. The harpy eagle's strength is unmatched in the canopy. It is one of the few predators capable of hunting in such an elevated environment. The canopy itself is like a bustling city, filled with creatures that have adapted perfectly to life among the branches. From agile spider monkeys to the vibrant scarlet macaw, these animals rarely, if ever, touch the ground. They have evolved to leap, fly, and glide through this complex maze of foliage. Spider monkeys and howler monkeys use their tails like a fifth limb, gripping branches to swing from tree to tree. For them, the forest floor is a distant and dangerous place. Birds like the macaw, toucan, and hornbill thrive in this vertical world. Their bright colors may help with mate attraction, but also serve as camouflage among the vibrant flowers of the canopy. The animals are not the only wonders of the canopy. Plants have also developed remarkable adaptations to survive high above the forest floor. Epiphytes, such as orchids and bromeliads, do not need soil to grow. They cling to branches, absorbing moisture from the air. These plants create mini ecosystems, providing shelter for frogs, insects, and even small birds. The canopy is not just home to countless species. It plays a critical role in regulating the rainforest ecosystem. It traps moisture, influences weather patterns, and provides nutrients to the forest floor. Without the canopy, the rainforest below would struggle to survive. The canopy acts like a sponge, absorbing and releasing water in a continuous cycle. This helps maintain the delicate balance of the rainforest climate. Often overlooked, the canopy is also home to a vast array of insect species. From brightly colored butterflies to industrious ants, insects are crucial to the survival of this ecosystem. In fact, some species never leave the canopy during their entire life cycle. Leafcutter ants create colonies within the branches, farming fungus from the leaves they harvest. These miniature farmers play a vital role in breaking down plant material and keeping the canopy ecosystem thriving. Despite its importance, the canopy is under threat from human activity. Deforestation, logging, and climate change are all slowly eating away at this delicate world. As the canopy shrinks, the species that depend on it face extinction, and the entire rainforest ecosystem is thrown into imbalance. Conservation efforts are critical to preserving the rainforest canopy. Scientists and activists are working to protect these habitats, understanding that without the canopy, the entire rainforest is at risk. By preserving the canopy, we are safeguarding one of the planet's most vital ecosystems and ensuring that the creatures who call it home can continue to thrive. The canopy may be out of sight for most, but it should never be out of mind. It is the beating heart of the rainforest, supporting life at every level. Join me as I take on the challenge of exploring the hidden world above the trees. Let's see what secrets the treetops hold. The world above the trees is a realm that's often overlooked. Yet it's teeming with unique ecosystems and species that have adapted to this aerial environment. From the towering canopies of the Amazon rainforest to the misty cloud forests of Central America, this hidden world is home to an incredible array of plants and animals that have evolved to thrive in the treetops. Human activity is posing a significant threat to the delicate balance of this ecosystem. Deforestation, driven by agriculture, urbanization, and logging, is destroying huge swaths of forest, leaving many species without a habitat. Climate change is also altering the dynamics of these ecosystems, as changing temperatures and precipitation patterns disrupt the intricate relationships between plants and animals. The consequences of these actions are far-reaching and devastating. As forests disappear, so do the species that depend on them. It's estimated that up to 100 species are lost every day, many of which are found only in these treetop ecosystems. The loss of biodiversity is not only a tragedy in its own right, but it also has serious implications for the health of our planet. It's more important than ever that we uncover and protect this hidden world above the trees. By exploring and understanding these ecosystems, we can work to preserve them for future generations. It's a daunting task, but one that's essential for the health of our planet. The forest canopy is composed of multiple layers, each with its own unique characteristics and inhabitants. The emergent layer, the highest point of the forest, is home to towering trees that pierce the sky, while the canopy layer below is a tangled web of branches and leaves. The understory layer, where the light is dim, is home to a different set of plants and animals that have adapted to these shaded conditions. In these layers, plants have evolved incredible strategies to survive and thrive. Epiphytes, like orchids and bromeliads, cling to branches, while vines and lianas use their tendrils to climb up towards the light. The trees themselves have developed remarkable adaptations, like buttress roots that stabilize them in the soil and drip tips that allow them to shed water. The animal inhabitants of the treetops are just as fascinating. Sloths and monkeys are well-known arboreal dwellers, but there are many others, like the tiny, iridescent hummingbirds that flit between the flowers. Insects, like the majestic giant swallowtail butterflies, are also found in these layers, feeding on nectar and pollen. One of the most fascinating discoveries in recent years is the existence of canopy rivers, networks of tiny streams and rivulets that flow through the treetops. These rivers are home to a variety of aquatic insects and even small fish that have adapted to life in these aerial waters. The significance of this discovery can't be overstated. It's an entirely new ecosystem that was previously unknown to science. The implications of this discovery are far-reaching. It highlights the importance of preserving these ecosystems, not just for the species that live there, but for the health of the planet as a whole. It's a reminder that there's still so much we don't know about the natural world, and that continued exploration and research are essential for our understanding of it. In summary, the hidden world above the trees is a realm of incredible beauty and complexity, full of unique ecosystems and species that are worth protecting. It's essential that we continue to explore and learn about these ecosystems and take action to preserve them for future generations. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the hidden world above the trees. What surprised you most about this incredible ecosystem? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about forest ecosystems, be sure to check out my video on the secret life of roots. The jaguar, a symbol of power and mystique, reigns as one of the most formidable predators in the animal kingdom. Known for its stunning golden coat adorned with dark rosettes, the jaguar captures the imagination of wildlife enthusiasts and casual observers alike. With a robust physique, these magnificent cats are built for strength, allowing them to take down prey much larger than themselves in their lush, tropical habitats. In the dense rainforests, wetlands, and savannas of Central and South America, the jaguar embodies the spirit of the wilderness. As they prowl through the undergrowth, their stealth is unmatched, with padded paws allowing for silent movement. On the banks of winding rivers, they showcase their extraordinary swimming ability, a rarity among big cats, as they hunt aquatic creatures such as caimans and fish. The jaguar's ability to thrive in various landscapes showcases their adaptability, making them a true marvel of evolution. Central to the jaguar's lifestyle is their role as an apex predator. This status helps maintain the balance of their ecosystem, regulating populations of various species, from deer to smaller mammals. The jaguar's powerful jaws can crush bones, allowing it to consume prey in a way that few other carnivores can. As solitary creatures, these big cats roam vast territories, often covering miles in search of food, leaving behind only whispers of their presence as they silently navigate through their domain. The jaguar is not without its challenges, however. Habitat loss, poaching, and fragmentation have led to significant declines in their populations. Conservation efforts are crucial in ensuring the survival of these majestic creatures, promoting awareness of their ecological importance and the need to protect their habitats. Ecotourism initiatives offer opportunities for communities to value living wildlife, emphasizing the beauty of the jaguar while fostering a commitment to its preservation. In conclusion, the majestic jaguar is a powerful emblem of the wild, fascinating in its presence and vital in its ecological role. From their breathtaking beauty to their pivotal role in the balance of nature, jaguars inspire awe and respect. Understanding their significance in the ecosystem and recognizing the threats they face is essential for ensuring that future generations can continue to admire these incredible cats. Let us all work together to protect the legacy of the jaguar and secure its place in the wild for years to come. In the lush, tropical waters of South America, one magnificent creature reigns supreme: the green anaconda. This elusive serpent, known scientifically as Unex murinus, stands as the largest snake in the world by weight and the second longest after the reticulated python. Its fascinating life beneath the water's surface and among the dense foliage reveals a world of stealth and power that captivates all who encounter it. The green anaconda's appearance is striking: a long, muscular body adorned with intricate patterns of dark green and yellow. These colors provide excellent camouflage in the murky waters and thick vegetation where it resides, allowing it to blend seamlessly into its environment, remain undetected, and ambush unsuspecting prey. With eyes and nostrils positioned on the top of its head, the anaconda is a master of stealth, able to remain submerged while hunting, letting just enough of its body emerge to become a silent predator waiting for its quarry to come too close. As a formidable constrictor, the green anaconda has an extraordinary hunting technique. With unmatched strength, it can constrict its prey with powerful coils, suffocating it before swallowing it whole. The diet of this magnificent snake is diverse, ranging from fish and birds to large mammals, including capybaras and even caimans. The hunt is both a thrilling display of natural instincts and a testament to the anaconda's stealth, as it patiently lies in wait, harnessing its surroundings to launch a swift attack. The ecological role of the green anaconda is vital in maintaining the balance